My fiancée, Bianca, 28, and I got engaged 6 months ago. Been together for 2 years total. She's a marketing coordinator at a fashion startup. I'm an accountant at a regional firm. Not exciting, but I genuinely love working with numbers and helping people understand their finances. Last week, we were discussing wedding plans when Bianca dropped this. Once we're married, my student loan becomes our problem to solve together. She said it so casually, like mentioning we needed milk. For context, I knew she had loans. She'd mentioned them before, vaguely. Everyone has them, she'd say, waving it off whenever I tried to get specifics. Of course, I said. We're a team. How much are we talking about? She shifted uncomfortably. $87,000. I nearly choked on my coffee. $87,000? It's not that bad. Lots of people have more. What did you study? Communications and fashion marketing. Double major. I took a breath. Okay, big number, but manageable with a plan. That's what I do. I solve financial problems. All right, I said. What's your current payment plan? I've been on income-based repayment, paying about $200 a month. Quick math told me that barely covered interest. At that rate, she'd die before paying it off. How long have you been paying? 4 years. And the balance? Started at $83,000. So in 4 years, despite paying nearly $10,000, she'd actually gone backwards. Classic IBR trap. Okay, I said, already thinking. We need a real plan. Can you show me your budget? Her face went blank. Budget. That's when I learned Bianca didn't have a budget. At all. She made $52,000 a year and had no idea where it went. It's fine, I assured her. We'll figure it out together. Can you pull up your bank statements? 2 hours later, I had a complete picture. And what a picture it was. Monthly expenses. Rent, her half $1,100. Car payment, 2020 BMW 3 Series, $580. Insurance, $220. Lululemon subscription box, $129. Boutique gym membership, $189. Regular gym membership, $45. She kept both. Meal delivery service, $280. Various streaming services, $87. Average shopping per month, $1,200. Eating out, $800. Starbucks, yes, I calculated separately $240. Hair/nails/lashes, $450. Skincare subscription, $95. After taxes and all expenses, she was actually going into debt each month, floating on credit cards. 3 cards, $11,000 total balance. This is why we need to tackle the loans together, she said, apparently missing the irony. Absolutely, I agreed. How about some ideas? I spent the next 3 days creating a comprehensive plan. Spreadsheets, projections, multiple scenarios. I love this stuff. By the end, I had a beautiful roadmap to debt freedom. Sunday evening, I presented it to her. Set up my laptop, had color-coded graphs and everything. So, I began. If we're aggressive, we can have everything paid off in 4 years. 5 if we want more breathing room. She perked up. That's amazing. How? Well, first we need to free up cash flow. I've identified several areas where we can optimize. I clicked to the first slide. Step 1. Sell the BMW. You owe $28,000. It's worth maybe $30,000. We take that $2,000 plus savings and buy you a reliable used Honda or Toyota for around $8,000 to $10,000. That eliminates the $580 payment. Her smile flickered. Sell my car. It's eating 20% of your post-tax income. Plus insurance on a used car would be half what you're paying. But I love my car. I understand. But you also love being debt-free, right? I guess. Step 2. Cancel the redundant gym membership, meal service, and subscription boxes. That's $659 right there. Those aren't redundant. The boutique gym is for classes. The regular gym is for weights. Could you do weights at the boutique gym? That's not the point. I continued, undeterred. Step 3. Reduce the shopping budget to $200 monthly for necessities. $200? For everything. That's actually generous for true necessities. What about clothes? Makeup. That's what the $200 is for. A month. Step 4. Eating out budget goes to $200 also. Cooking at home will save. This is insane. She pushed the laptop away. You want me to live like a peasant. I want us to pay off $98,000 in debt so we can build a future. What about your sacrifices? I don't see anything about what you're giving up. Fair point. I pulled up another slide. I'm canceling my golf membership, selling my gaming console, and putting my entire bonus toward the loans. I'm also suggesting we postpone the wedding until. Postpone the wedding? Just until we're in better financial shape. Maybe do a courthouse ceremony now and a party later. She stood up, shaking. You're trying to control me. This is financial abuse. This is math, Bianca. You have $98,000 in debt, making $52,000 a year. Without major changes, you'll be paying this forever. My friends don't live like this. Your friends probably don't have 6 figures in debt. You don't know that, do they? She couldn't answer that. I need space, she announced, grabbing her Louis Vuitton bag that I now knew cost $2,400. I'm going to Melody's. After she left, I sat with my spreadsheets, wondering if I'd been too harsh. But the numbers didn't lie. At her current rate, she'd pay over $200,000 in interest over 30 years. That wasn't helping her. My phone buzzed. Text from Bianca. You're right about some things. Let's talk tomorrow. But I'm keeping my car. I didn't correct her. But I also didn't delete my spreadsheets. Something told me I'd need them. Update 1. So Bianca came back the next day with what she called a compromise. I've been thinking, she said, settling onto the couch with her venti caramel macchiato. You made some valid points. Thanks. I just want us to start our marriage on solid ground. Right. So I'm willing to make some sacrifices. Great. Progress. I'll cancel the meal delivery service. I waited. That was it. That's $280 a month. It's a start, and I'll try to eat out less. Maybe $600 instead of $800. Bianca, that's still $20 a day for eating out. I have work lunches. Networking. Every single day. She sighed dramatically. Fine. $500. I pulled out my phone calculator. So you're proposing to free up $580 monthly. Your student loan minimum payment alone is $890 on the standard plan. That's why it's our problem to solve. You make more than me. True. I made $78,000 to her $52,000. But I also had zero debt because I'd worked through college and lived like a monk for 3 years after graduating to pay off my modest loans. I'm happy to help, I said carefully, but we need more dramatic changes. What about the car? Absolutely not. I need reliable transportation. A 2015 Civic is reliable. A 2015 Civic is embarrassing. And there it was. The real issue. Bianca, are you more concerned about appearances or our financial future? That's not fair. You don't understand the pressure I'm under. Image matters in fashion marketing. Does your company require you to drive a BMW? No, but do they pay for your BMW? Stop being logical about everything. That night, I did something I probably shouldn't have. I texted her best friend Melody. Hey, weird question. Bianca mentioned everyone in your friend group has major student loans. Just wondering if that's normal? Trying to understand. Better. Melody responded quickly. LOL what? I have like 15K left. Jasmine paid hers off last year. What? Bianca said everyone has 6 figures in debt. What? No way. Is that what B has? I didn't respond further, but it confirmed what I suspected. Bianca was lying to herself about what was normal. The next day, she came to me with her own research. I asked on a Facebook group, and tons of people say their partners help with their loans, no questions asked. I looked at the group. Gold Diggers United? Seriously? Not the real name, but close enough. What kind of help are we talking about? I asked. She showed me the responses. My man pays all the bills, so my whole check goes to loans. Hubby took out a helic to pay mine off. We just ignore them, LOL. IBR forever. Bianca, these aren't financial strategies. They're fairy tales. You're so judgmental. Sorry, I didn't grow up with money like you. I grew up in a trailer park. My mom cleaned houses. I worked at Subway through college. Well, you act rich. Because I live below my means. There's a difference. That weekend, her mom called. Patrice was interesting. Bianca tells me you're being unreasonable about her loans. I suggested she sell her BMW and reduce discretionary spending. That car is part of her image. You can't expect her to drive some beater. A reliable used car isn't a beater. You men are all the same. Want a princess but won't pay for the upkeep. I'm willing to pay. I'm just asking her to also make sacrifices. Sacrifices? She's marrying you. That's sacrifice enough. I hung up. Then came the guilt trips. Bianca started leaving her loan statements around the apartment, sighing loudly when she paid bills, mentioning how stressed she was about money while ordering $15 cocktails. The breaking point came yesterday. I came home to find her on the couch, crying. Laptop open to her loan servicer. What's wrong? Seeing that number. It's so overwhelming. I sat beside her, genuinely sympathetic. That's why we need a plan. I know. You're right. I'll do whatever it takes. Really? Yes. I can't live like this anymore. Finally, I pulled up my spreadsheets again. Okay, so first thing tomorrow, we'll list the BMW for sale. What? No, I meant like, you could pay more each month. Maybe take a second job. I stared at her. You want me to get a second job while you keep your BMW? It would show you're committed to us. And selling your luxury car wouldn't? That's different. How? Because it just is. I closed the laptop, stood up, walked to our bedroom, started pulling boxes out of the closet. What are you doing? She followed me. Packing. For a trip. No, Bianca. I'm moving out. What? Because I won't sell my car. Because you want me to work 2 jobs while you change nothing. Because you think our problem means my problem. Because you'd rather manipulate than participate. This is so sudden. We should talk about this. We've been talking. You're just not listening. She watched me pack for a few minutes, then tried a different approach. Fine. I'll sell the stupid car. No, but that's what you wanted. I wanted a partner. Someone who understood shared sacrifice. Not someone who only caves when threatened with consequences. You're really calling off our engagement over money? I'm calling it off over character. She left that night to stay with Melody. Texted me this morning. You're going to regret this. Good luck finding someone who will put up with your cheap ass. Asterisk your. This time I did correct her. Petty? Maybe. Satisfying? Definitely. The apartment's quieter now. My spreadsheets are still open on my laptop. Maybe I'll use them for my own goals. Maybe travel somewhere. Definitely not in a BMW though. A used Honda will do just fine. Final update. The entitlement escalation after I moved out was something else. First, Bianca tried the practical approach. Sort of. I've done the math, she texted. If we stay together, you save on rent by living here. That's $1,100 per month you could put toward MY loans. Win-win. Her loans. Not ours anymore. Mask fully off. When I didn't respond, she got creative. She showed up at my office with a binder. A whole presentation about why I should reconsider. Pie charts showing how her debt was an investment in our future because her degree would eventually lead to higher earnings. Projections that assumed she'd be making VP money within 2 years. Bianca, you've been at the same level for 3 years. Because I haven't had the right wardrobe to impress management. See, it's all connected. Security escorted her out when she wouldn't leave. Then came the social media campaign, not directly naming me, but posts about men who don't understand investment in appearance and real partners support each other's dreams. Her friends chimed in. Know your worth, queen. He sounds controlling. Financial abuse is real. Melody, God bless her, commented, didn't you tell me you spend $1,200 a month on clothes? That comment got deleted real quick. But the real entertainment started when Bianca decided to prove she didn't need me. She posted about her glow-up journey and securing the bag. Started going to even more expensive restaurants. Posting pics with captions like, when you know your worth, you attract abundance. How was she affording this? Credit cards, of course. Melody kept me updated. We'd become friends through this mess. She opened 2 new cards. Melody told me over coffee. Bought a Chanel bag to manifest success. It's insane. How much? $5,800. What? She said it's an investment piece. That rich men notice these things. Sure enough, her next strategy was finding a replacement. She joined elite dating apps, the ones with membership fees. Posted about leveling up and finding a provider man. She actually matched with some finance guy. Posted stories from their first date at a restaurant where appetizers start at $50. 2 weeks later, radio silence about him. Melody filled me in. He asked about her financial goals on date 3. She told him about the loans and that she expected her future husband to handle them. He literally asked for the check mid-sentence. But the ultimate conclusion came last week. I got a call from my old landlord. Hey, your ex-fiancée is 3 weeks late on rent. She said you'd cover it. We broke up. She's responsible for her own rent. She said you're still technically engaged. We are very much not engaged. Well, she's facing eviction if she doesn't pay by Friday. I thanked him for the heads up and hung up. Thursday night, my phone exploded. Bianca, her mom, even her cousin I'd met twice. Bianca, how can you let me be homeless? Her mom, a real man wouldn't let this happen. Cousin, it's just 1 month's rent, bro. I responded once to Bianca, sell the BMW. That's 3 months' rent. I need my car for work. Then sell the Chanel bag. That's an investment. Then get a roommate. I can't live with strangers. Then get a second job. I don't have time. I have networking events. Then move back with your parents. They downsized. My room is an office now. Then figure it out like an adult. She called me crying. I didn't answer. She left a voicemail about how I ruined her life and destroyed her dreams. Her dreams of what? Living beyond her means forever? Finding someone to bankroll her fantasy lifestyle? According to Melody, this morning's update, Bianca did not figure it out. She got evicted. Had to move in with a cousin in a rough part of town. Still has the BMW though. Apparently, it's all she has left. Well, that and $93,000 in student loans. Plus $18,000 in credit cards now. The last text she sent me. I hope you're happy. I'm living like a poor person now. This is what you wanted. I didn't correct her this time. Didn't respond at all. But no, Bianca. What I wanted was a partner who understood that being a team meant we both make sacrifices. That our problem meant our problem, not a my problem to solve while you maintained your lifestyle. I wanted someone who could look at a spreadsheet showing them drowning in debt and think, I need to change, not, I need someone else to fix this. I'm back in my own place now. Simple 1-bedroom. Drive a 2012 Honda Accord. Have a budget that includes saving 30% of my income. Boring? Maybe. Sustainable? Definitely. And you know what? My coffee tastes just as good from my $20 coffee maker as it does from Starbucks. Actually, better. Because it doesn't come with a side of financial anxiety. To anyone whose partner thinks being a team means you do all the work, run. Spreadsheets don't lie, but entitled people do. And they'll keep lying until reality forecloses on their fantasy. Bianca wanted a provider, not a partner. Hope she enjoys providing for herself now. All $111,000 worth.
The Unexpected Tales is your destination for real-life stories filled with drama, emotion, and unforgettable twists. From family chaos, relationship conflicts, to shocking plot twists, Reddit story, we bring you storytelling that keep you hooked from start to finish. Here, we dive deep into family drama, betrayal, relationships, dilemmas, revenge, and justice story. AITA update, shocking confessions, emotional dramatic storytelling. Real ready stylish with unexpected twists. If you love gripping story that make you think, feel, and react, welcome to Unexpected Tales.